Welcome to the Story Web. We hope you enjoyed today's story. Let's begin. I said to my wife Veronica when she brought me a glass of Jack. Like her, we haven't met for more than 2 weeks. I can't believe I can go this long without gossiping with her. Did you guys talk about anything interesting? She asked this, sitting down with her glass. You can say so, it's interesting. In fact, it is extremely interesting and painful at the same time. I spoke after taking the first sip and enjoying the taste. She suspects that John is cheating on her. Veronica looked surprised when I dropped the bombshell. John would never do anything like that. He's too devoted to have fun on the side. I hope you told her about this, she said in a dismissive tone. I did so, but she insists that there are too many obvious signs. I'm a divorce lawyer and I know that most friends and family don't want to believe that someone they know might be cheating. What are the signs? If I tell you, you must keep it an absolute secret and not tell a single living soul. Certainly, my wife wasn't the type to gossip, but I had to be sure. She was supposed to have her tubes tied, but last month he insisted on having his tubes tied instead. Now, I don't know a single man who would willingly agree to this. I wouldn't do that. I took another sip. He only thought about her comfort. In this sense, he is a very attentive husband. They only have one child. Why would they even take such a step? She asked, taking another sip. Since we were childhood friends, we knew each other quite well. Betty, Veronica, John and I have been together since 2nd grade. Even in elementary school, we knew that we would be friends all our lives. It was painful to realize that this was no longer possible. Don't know. I love John like a brother, but if he cheated on her, I will tear him apart with my bare hands and bury him in 2 different counties. I'll make sure his family knows, his work knows, and I'll also make sure he really screws up the divorce. There's a reason I'm the best divorce lawyer in town. Why do you need to do anything? This is a private matter between the 2 of them. If anything, you should stay as far away from their mess as possible. I wish I could talk to her and tell her to forget about such nonsense. He would never cheat on her, period. So what should we do with you? Stay out of the mess or step in and try to fix it? I personally would stand up to a cheater because as a divorce lawyer, I have seen too many happy families fall apart and I have never felt any empathy for a cheating spouse. Besides, Betty is like my sister. She would stop a speeding bullet from me. You 3 are the closest people in my life. I'll hate John if he took this from me. Did she tell you anything else? Veronica asked, slightly worried. Nothing special. She's heartbroken, but she seems convinced that John is cheating. Tomorrow she will know for sure. How? Suddenly, Veronica became noticeably nervous. My first instinct, naturally, told me that John could never change. And I tried to convince Betty, but she did not want to listen to anything. So I suggested that before she came face to face with John, she should check whether her suspicions were correct. I was quite harsh, so to speak. A private detective has been watching John for the last 10 days. And tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, he will present a final report. Betty asked that you and I accompany her to his office. I think she wants us there for moral support in case her suspicions turn out to be correct. By this time, both our glasses were empty. I stood up to pour more and asked her if she wanted some too. Yes, pour it for me. And when you get back, we need to talk about something. Her lips and hands trembled as she handed me the empty glass. She, of course, did not notice my grin. She had no time for that. Thank you for being with us and listening until the end. If you found it interesting, please subscribe, give us a like, and leave your comments. And we'll see you on the Story Web channel.